What's up, witches? Do you want to practice witchcraft but don't want to break the bank? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you my 5 budget witch tips that are going to save you lots of money on all your tools and supplies. But before I show you my 5 budget witch tips, let me go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Gianna and I'm a witch. I've been a witch now for about 14 years, and here on my channel I talk about witchcraft and I teach it as I know it. So if that sounds interesting or helpful, I would love if you would keep up with me by subscribing. Also, if you have any questions at all about witchcraft or the occult, feel free to ask in the comments section and I promise I'll answer them to the best of my ability. I do have one thing that I need to address before we move on in this video, and that is the fact that the only tool you're ever going to need to cast magic is your mind. You are the magic, and of course we have different tools that we use to help us. We use different ingredients to harness that energy, but at the end of the day, magic is all within the mind, within the soul, and within you. So I just wanted to make that clear and kind of get that little disclaimer out of the way that even if you have no money at all, magic is still available to you. So without any further suspense, let's get to these budget witch tips. Budget witch tip number 1 is to be using birthday candles when you're doing candle magic. A pack of 24 birthday candles comes out to be about $1, making them a super cheap option that could potentially make 24 spells. That's a lot for a little. That's what we like to see here on Sup Witches. And not only that, but they come in multicolored packs, which makes them awesome for correspondences, and they burn super quickly, meaning no more having to babysit your spell for about 4 hours till the candle burns out. Budget witch tip number 2 is to use salt dough to make witchy supplies. Salt dough is made with only 3 household ingredients: salt, flour, and water. Salt dough can be used like clay to sculpt all sorts of stuff: pentacles, wands, figures, plates, runes, and like so much more. You can be so creative with salt dough. So I'll go ahead and leave a recipe in the description below. Budget witch tip number 3 is to save those free condiment packets that you get in takeout bags, restaurants, and gas stations. Just for an example, salt is one of the most used ingredients in all of witchcraft, and you can find it in abundance for free in those tiny little condiment packets. On top of that, not only can things like butter, cream, honey, and sugar packets be used in spells, but they also make great offerings for spirits and fae. Budget witch tip number 4 is to make use of your food waste. Dried eggshells are great to have on hand, and everybody raves about them for fertility magic and new beginnings. You could be saving all of your eggshells to bake and grind into a powder yourself. Another cool thing that you can do at home is to dry your own citrus peels, which is great for love magic and romance and vitality. Another cool thing you can do is to save all of your like carrot ends and bones and things like that and make a stock once you have enough ingredients, and the stock can actually be enchanted to do really whatever you want. And this is actually one of my favorite ways to bring magic into the kitchen. Budget witch tip number 5 is to use water in your magic. We already need to consume water anyway, so it doesn't cost anything extra to enchant the water that you're drinking or using. And don't forget that you can easily turn washing or bathing into a ritual. And not only this, but water is free from a lot of places like the sky, number 1, rain is free, and natural bodies of water are everywhere. Just please don't drink unsafe drinking water. If you have water that's not fit for human consumption, like ocean water, you can use it for other things. Ocean water, I would normally put it in like a spray bottle and use it as a purification spray. Well, that was the last of my budget witch tips. I really hope that they helped you, and I would love to know in the comments if you would like another one of these videos with different tips. There's a lot of ways that you can save money in witchcraft, but I tried to give some that, you know, maybe aren't so well known. But yeah, and also if you would in the comments, I would love to hear how you save money in regards to witchcraft, because witchcraft can be really expensive. But yeah, until next time guys, happy casting!